Hi FPL fans, welcome to FPL Team Talk. I'm doing this live, first time I've done it live, so I hope everything's going to pan out right. This is a video that's going to talk about defenders, midfielders, attackers. We have a lot of data now after 6 weeks. That helps us make better decisions, better chances of scoring points, which players to jump onto. And today's video is just all about the top 3 xGI, the goals expected or goals to be involved for defenders, midfielders and attackers. Let's just have a look at them, see how it's played out and panned out so far, and whether we think they may be players worth investing in. Let's just take a look. Okay, the first player we got, let's have a look at our midfield. We have Trent Alexander-Arnold, obviously. He's got up there. No surprise that he's up there. He's been phenomenal. So, averaging something around about, I think it's 8.5 points a game. He is the most expensive. He's gone up to 7.6. I've got him inside. Had him since the start. I wouldn't, even if I was wildcarding now, which you possibly still could do, I would not consider getting inside or having a wildcard team without him. He's just been outstanding. That xGI, look at that, per 90, 0.72. Wow. You have to pinch that is brilliant even for a midfielder or a striker. But for a defender, absolutely brilliant. And alongside that, we've got expected goals against. Well, we've had 5 games. So Liverpool only expected to have conceded 3.89. They're keeping clean sheets. They've just been outstanding so far, going forward and defensively, which is sometimes overlooked. So Trent is just hitting all the right buttons, going forward and defending. He's been brilliant. Next, we have Marcus Alonso. We always know if he's going to get the minutes, he is going to be someone that's really attacking and someone that we'd want in our side. It's just always been about the minutes for Marcus Alonso. He's obviously in that Chelsea side. A little bit surprising that he's got 4.92 goals expected against. Maybe that was down because of the sending off at Anfield. But again, really good price for what he's delivering. Expected goal involvement 0.36, nowhere near as half the amount that Arnold is. But you only have to look at the eye test to see how many chances and how far forward that he gets. It's just incredible. So he's been brilliant. Really surprising Ben Mee. Aerial set pieces and Burnley are so strong at them, as we know. Strangely enough, even though the threat they have up going forward from set pieces is so aggressive, that they have conceded a lot of goals going at the back and chances from set pieces as well. Headed goals is a weakness for them too. But his XG per 90 is 0.34, so that's really good. But looking at expected goals conceded, that's where the worry is, I think, for someone like Ben Mee. I wouldn't go on him because I'm just not going to get those clean sheets. 5 games played, 8 goals, nearly 9 goals expected to concede. He just isn't getting those clean sheets, and that's your bread and butter for defenders. So he is not a player that I'd be considering bringing in. So there's Ben Mee for you. Let's move on to our midfielders. Let's have a look at how we have Mo Salah, no surprise there. Again, a Liverpool player. They've just had great fixtures. And I think we have to bear this in mind when we go through all of these the players, is that they just have can only play with the fixtures they've got in front of them. So it's Mo Salah has had great fixtures. That's going to skew the stats, no question. You've got over 1 goal involvement expected per 90 at the moment. He's had 6 goal involvement, so he's pretty much living up to that in just 5 games. Great captaincy choice. Obviously the most expensive player in the game, same as Ronaldo at the moment. But again, Liverpool's fixture is so good going forward. They have a tricky one this weekend, but you would just so it's Brentford, isn't it? But they have someone coming up. It's tricky, Man City maybe. But you just wouldn't consider Salah dropping him. He's just got to be part of that. Colin Gallagher, I think his minutes affected really is. He hasn't played all the games, didn't start the very first game. At 5.6, he just gets involved in everything, and that Tottenham game's really boosted his stats. So he's got involvement for his 3. West Ham, obviously, he was brilliant in that game as well. For 1.02, so just behind Salah, but for a fraction of the price. The question with Palace is, they've had difficult fixtures so far. They've had the Tottenham game where they really excelled. They had the opening game against Chelsea, so he didn't produce anything for that. Then West Ham away is a tricky game as well. So they've had some tough games at Anfield at the weekend, but he's still kept up the expected goals of just over 1. That's phenomenal. I don't know. For 5.6, he's such an enabler. You have to say he looks like someone that you could jump on just because he enables you to do so many other things. So he's got to be in someone's plans and thinking. Sadio Mane up there as well. He just seems a little bit his goal expected goal involvement 0.92, so he should be up higher than what his actual goal involvement is. He just seems a little bit wasteful at times, to Sadio Mane. But if he starts converting some of those chances, which has been an issue over the last sort of 12 months, then he'd be up there with the likes of Salah. His goal involvement should be higher, but he's not putting those chances away. But for me, it's important that he's getting those chances in the first place. But he's expensive to get him in, and given his price is so close to Salah on penalties, unless you're going to get the two of them, and that takes a big spot up and a premium away from someone else, it's difficult to justify having both of those in the side, and you're just going to go for Salah every time. But Sadio Mane up there, it's really interesting to see that he is up there. You don't necessarily consider that he would be up there. He just lives in Mo Salah's sort of shadow a lot of the time, doesn't he? Okay, as we move on to the top three attackers, we have there, no surprise either, we got Antonio up there. He's been phenomenal. We all know his goal expected is 1.25, so we think that's just, he's probably outscoring what he should. In 5 games, he should just have over 6 goals. We know you can't score 6 and a bit goals, so he should have 6. He's got 7, so he's been really good. Romelu Lukaku, since he's come in, wow, he's got 3 goal involvements. That's about what he should be. Again, his price is expensive. But if you think about him and Ronaldo, especially with his fixtures coming up, he's 1 million less. He has great fixtures coming up. This weekend, aside, his fixture run after that is phenomenally good. And Jesus up there as well. His goal involvement, expected goal involvement, a little bit less than the others. It's obviously considerably cheaper, but his goals involvement is 4. City obviously blanking at the weekend. It's interesting that as City's moved out wide, he's getting more and more involved in games and getting more sort of chances, more assists, you'd have to say, more of his goal involvement. And I'm sure it just sits very comfortable with me, given that he's a striker in FPL, playing out wide as a midfielder's role. He's not getting the same benefits of a midfielder in terms of his points. And there's always the worry with Gabriel Jesus and rotation in any of Pep's sides. So I'm not sure about him. Really interesting just looking at these stats though to see who has actually after 6 games produced the goods. And it's interesting that obviously Sadio Mane is so lowly owned, but up there. Gabriel Jesus, I'd imagine the ownership's got to be down under 10%, maybe even under 5%, but he's up there as well. It's just, can you trust them to get the minutes in games? The likes of Mane are. But again, I just think with the same price, you're not going to go there. You're always going to go for Salah. Okay, guys, really appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe for any new content and press that like button. If you'd like to see you produce any sort of different content, then that would be great. I'd love to hear from you. In the meantime, take care, guys. Speak to you soon.